Hey guys, Zombiegirl here. I have a Cy-gor from TODD McFarlane's Toys Deluxe Edition Ultra Action Figures. Yay! Stay tuned, guys. Okay, so we have Cy-gor from the comic book wave. I've never really heard of this character until I read the comic book. I guess this is like a little addition into the comic book stories where they add and include these type of characters that we never really known about in the movie or the earlier comics. It's a good little addition, it's a good little touch, but it is a crazed story. If you all know the story, then I don't really have to go through it in full detail, but for those who don't, it's just basically, I guess the government was doing a experimental thing where they turn animals / into like robots or whatever, and I guess turning them into little mini villains. The story goes on and on and on and on, trust me. I've read the comics, but I really don't want to turn this review into a storytelling thing, so if you guys like to look it up, you can. And for all of you guys out there that knows about the story, cool. So let me get into this review for you guys. This is Cy-gor. He's like an ape / robot thingy type of character. He's well articulated in certain areas, like his wrist moves. His arm have a little swivel here. Arms full, move full 360. No articulation in the waist. Some in the legs, they pivot up and down. And minor articulation in the second arm, just his wrist move, but this arm doesn't swivel here. And this arm cannot fully move 360 because it's hindered because of the launch rocket thing up here. His head really doesn't move. Again, like, this is a McFarlane Toys, you know, he doesn't put that much articulation in these things, which will give this figure, like, much more, like, greatness to it if it had more articulated points, because it's a cool looking figure. It's just, that's the thing that really bugs me sometimes with these action figures. They call them action figures, but they really don't really move like one sometimes. But that, again, it's a minor thing to me. It doesn't irritate me that much. But it would be cool if it had more articulated points, because he really looks really cool. Like, it's a cool toy. It's just that it's more of a like kind of like a trophy piece more than something you play with, because it really can't. The posability on this thing is not really great neither. You can't really do too much with it. But what you can do with it is just, it's like, again, it's like a good little trophy piece. You could put it like on your desk, or you could display it in your case. I mean, it's alright. I would rate this figure maybe like an 8 out of a 10, because I like the overall looks. The looks of it is pretty damn cool. Like, I love the color. I like the theme of it. I like the story. I wouldn't really play with it as much because I can't really do too much with it. That's the minor thing. Again, that's the minor thing about this figure. But I like the face expression. It looks very aggressive. I like that one eye, it's like kind of like the Terminator thing with one eye is like red and the other is normal or whatever. It's kind of cool. Robotic eye / normal eye. And purple is my favorite color, so I love the purple armor on this thing. It's really cool. Kind of like a soft plastic thing going on right here, and like a harder plastic on the body of it, the base of it. I like the little gold here. They put a little touch of gold in this to make it look more robotic. Very cool. And he has like one robotic leg and one normal one. I like that they contrast this figure up pretty good. It's balanced. One side is like robotic, one side is normal, and they kind of switched it. It's a good contrasting here, and I really love the color themes. I like the touch of green. It makes the overall base looks really bright. I think the green and the purple really lighten up the color themes. And let me give you guys a 360. Here's the side, the back. I like that it's number 8, so it's like more of these, I think. That's pretty cool. The little trinkets on this figure, it's pretty cool. It's all, again, it would look really cool if some parts of his armor was metal. That would be really cool. The plastic just kind of makes it a little cheap looking. But this toy did cost me like 10 bucks, so I mean, I kind of got what I paid for. Which I'm not complaining, it's just that I kind of expected a little bit more out of this figure. I kind of expected it to be a lot cooler, like with articulation and with the actual materials of it. Not to complain though. It's a nice looking figure again. It's just that they could spruce it up a little bit with, you know, nicer materials and more movement to it. So we could pose it. I mean, what's the use of having a figure that has minor posability to it? I mean, that's why they're called action figures. But I expected it to be like this. I don't know why my expectations were so high at first. I mean, I'm happy with them. Cool toy. I mean, I got them at not my local comic book store this time. I got him in Covina at this toy store. He was really cheap, and they sell like Spawn figures there, so I kind of got a little happy when I saw him. Really cool. But you guys, if you guys never heard of Cy-gor, you guys should really check into the comic book stories and look through it. Like, it's a really cool story. I mean, it's not boring or anything. The comic books to this character, he's a really cool character. I mean, he's like, I consider him a villain, but I don't know what you guys would consider him that knows the story more or less. But pretty cool story. When I saw this figure, I'm like, oh shit, that's Cy-gor. I have to get it because I've read him in the comic book story. So it's a good plus for me in my collection as well, because I'm starting to collect a lot of villains within the Spawn story. I don't know, villains just look so much cooler. I mean, instead of the like the little girly assassins. Even though my my next purchase is the Angela super action figure. I think she's like 15 inches tall. She's like an old throwback, old school figure, but I'm trying to get her. She's really cool. My next collection thing from the Spawn stuff is like the assassins, and then maybe I'll probably collect more Spawn figures, because I have about I don't remember how much Spawn figures I have, but I know I have a good amount. But I think I'm going to get back collecting the actual Spawn action figures and different waves of him. So yeah, I guess that's all I had to say. I'm rambling at this point. I'm sorry, you guys, that I've been missing in action. I've just been really busy, and I don't want to say expect more videos out of me anytime soon. I don't want to make any promises, but if I have the time like I do today, I will get a couple of comic reviews in. And because I have a lot of comics that I want to do reviews on, it's just that the time is limited for me. But I will get through them somehow. I mean, somehow, even if I have to take pictures and do like little slideshows of stuff, I'll do that, even though that's super stupid to do. It's like really boring. I hate watching those, but I'll make it cool if I have the time to do that, you know, more or less. And I guess that's all I have to say for you guys for today. And I have more Spawn figures, so I